What good, guys? I will go over my trading day, the two trades I took today, and why there will probably be no pre-markups in the upcoming month. As you guys know, if you read my Discord journal, I did start a new job and it basically ends at 9:15 to 9:20. So I don't really have much time to focus on the pre-markup while talking. And yeah, so I basically just need to lock in at 9:20 if I really want to be ready to trade at 9:30 or ready to set a trade at 9:35. You know what I mean? Let's go over it. Let's start with the daily actually because it's really funny. Probably a lot of the ICT Discord community thought we will now continue back up. Me personally, I kind of smelled that we want to get back down. Why? Because we're still in that consolidation range, and you can't forget that we were in this consolidation range for 2 months roundabout, and we just manipulated to the upside and reacted of it. So you can't expect to go against the obvious AMD. Of course, I was bullish too for the day because you can't be instant bearish, but you have to see the possibility that this will reverse because we're still in chop. There was nothing we really reacted from here except for this low, but it was a low in the consolidation range. Let's start. Personally, another thing that kind of made me bullish too was ES because on NQ this was clear AMD to me, but ES actually ripped higher, and I thought, okay, we're so near till all-time highs again, we'll probably break out. But I didn't forget that, yeah, we're still in that consolidation range and we just manipulated the upside. Let's start. At 6 a.m., when I had break, I started to watch the chart real quick and make my pre-markup, and I marked out that 4 hour and this OTE. And what did I see? I saw that we generated a swing point from the OTE with SMT in the 4 hour gap because ES actually took that. So I how shall I say it? I was bullish, but originally I only wanted to trade bearish. Why? Because we left such big gaps there, and to continue or at least get a trade higher, I would need the 4 hour to get filled, either that or that. So I actually looked for shorts into that 4 hour to then either get longs out from there or just rip lower. What did I see? Okay, let's remove that 4 hour. Let's remove the OT. Yeah, 15-minute chart. Possible daily profiles at that point are bearish London reversal, bullish Asia high of day, or New York reversal, both sides. What we had is the 8 a.m. candle manipulated again to the upside into a 15-minute fair value gap. Was there SMT included? No, there was no SMT included, but we actually just did manipulate. As you see, we made a swing point, we rebalanced into London for the bearish London reversal. This was the manipulation here. So then I waited for the open and I wanted to see it drop. I said if we just rip higher in the open, I will skip the day because if we rip higher without rebalancing to these 4 hours, I just don't want to trade it because there's always the possibility that we end that job. So what happened? Let's go to the 1 minute chart. We opened right here. At first, we faked the down move to then go up, which was the original fake move. This actually was a 15 fair value gap. I wanted the open to then come back to the 15 fair value gap to then get lower because this was my confirmation. Okay, we have a 4 hour swing point in the OTE, pretty premium. We have the driver logic lining up. We have the daily profile logic lining up. There's everything I want to see. We have a very good drawdown downstairs, down to the downside, all these 4 hour gaps. What happened then? That you understand my thought process. I wanted to see us back at the 15-minute fair value gap because I wanted to get a continuation from there. Yeah. On NQ, we unfortunately didn't get it. But on ES, we actually got it. we didn't really there was a 1 minute for a value gap, but I actually looked at the 30-second chart because I was so sure in what I want to see, and I was okay with taking a 30-second to go long, to go short, because I was just too sure of that. So I entered right here with my stop above, yeah, with my stop above here, and I wanted to take it to the 4 hour of ES. It was the first 4 hour. It was here. What did happen? NQ flushed all the way down while ES stalled. And I remember 2 weeks ago when I also took a trade on ES, and Joseph told me, don't go break even on ES, you will get stopped out before the run. But yeah, I just had no other choice. I remembered it clearly and I didn't want to go break even, but where was it at that point? I think it was. Wait. I Yeah, it was that low. That swept the 4 hours, so I had to go break even. What did happen? Yeah, I got stopped break even and we filled TP in one candle 5 minutes later. Anyways, stuff like that happens. You can't fight against it. You either have to take your balls and not go break even. But I would have been pretty mad at myself if I wouldn't have gone break even if I then get stopped out after NQ takes the 4 hour with SMT. That doesn't make sense to me. What did happen then? We then had one 4 hour left. It was this big ass 4 hour. And I thought, okay, if we react from somewhere, it will be this 4 hour. And we actually swept it. We also swept it here on ES, so the SMT got destroyed. We swept it and reacted from it. We got a 2 inverse, if I'm right. Yeah, we got that 2 inverse. And at that point, I talked with someone from the Discord and with Niklas. And I said to him, okay, I don't think that long is good. For what reasons? We don't have SMT. We don't have a stop hunt. There is no real swing point that has been made. We just made all of that low resistance on the way up. And yeah, then I did something that isn't so usual for me, but time forms a human and his experience. And I just saw it happen too often. I knew, okay, these are the setups where I usually get stopped out because I don't wait for the stop hunt, I don't wait for SMT, I don't wait for a clean swing point. So what did I do? I marked out this 2 minute we inversed and just waited. And as soon as I saw that candle, because I know from statistics, backtesting, live trading, that if these types of trades are wrong, I will usually get stopped out in very fast, probably with a range of 2 to 5 minutes. So what did I do? I saw it. We didn't even react from something. You have to know the next 5 minutes was up there. But we had such a strong trend, and these are the days where I usually burn myself because I see all of that. I know that we are bearish, but I don't wait for a setup that will present a one-to-one for me with good distribution and all of my checklist. What did I do? I entered here, break-even point here. I think my stop was around about here. And bang. That was basically it. There also was a 2 minute BPR that is right here, but it didn't really matter to me. That was all what I wanted to see, to be honest. Yeah, I just know from experience that these types of trades will get stopped out. I'm very proud of myself that I didn't take it. I mean, there was good distribution, but I have seen it a little bit too often too now on such days, and that's where pattern recognition comes into play. And yeah, GG. I think a lot of inverse fair value gap traders in this space took it and probably got stopped out. I don't know. I mean, it wasn't the cleanest setup either. As I said, we didn't have a clean enough stop hunt, and I'm okay with missing a part of the trade because I want to wait for the stop hunt. And usually, if we don't get a stop hunt and the trade plays out, we basically just rip up there. And in best cases, we normally have a 5 minute up here or something, and then I will go long with the stop under the 5 minute. That's what I usually do if I wait for the stop hunt, and yeah, it goes without me. There would have been a long setup that I would have taken. Give me one moment. Yeah, it was that one. We were in the 4 hour. We had a free driver stage, so we just had a triple resweep, and we actually inversed a 2 minute, and we were talking, and I said, okay, this 2 minute alone doesn't look good because yeah, we did inverse it, but this actually is a 2 minute rejection candle. That candle just doesn't look like distribution. So I said, okay, we would need a little bit more of a push and an inverse of this 1 minute too to take it. This then got inversed, and I would have taken it like that for a 1-to-1 with the break even here. Pretty quick break even, but free trade. Um, Unfortunately, yeah, this just didn't work. Just one of the days where a good setup doesn't work. That's not the best long setup, but for a reaction setup, for a 1-to-1, it's good in my opinion. Yeah, so that basically was it today. Let's see what we have here. One thing I had a problem with today was, yeah, um, as you know, I now trade at my workplace in the lounge, and it's pretty comfortable and I can concentrate. But for some reason, I took the trade with the market order, set my stop loss, but it was a short trade and I had a sell stop order right at my take profit, which then um, basically just averaged in my price instantly a little bit higher. And then we also reacted something like here, and I just instantly closed it on the X. So normally it should have been 1K, but it should have actually been a little bit more than 1K. But for some reason I just fumbled the executions. I'm also okay with 700. Let me pull up the P&L right quick to end this here. There we go. Bang. Up. One break even, which essentially probably was a $6 loss, and one W, yeah, round about 778 bucks. Anyways, guys, that was it from me today. I will definitely go back test this type of trade because we didn't react from something, but the conviction was there, and the volume was there, and the will to retrace wasn't there. So I basically, yeah, I took my own statistic, and if this fails, it will fail quick, and it basically was on the way to fail quick, and yeah, I just waited for it. So pretty proud on that for myself. Anyways, I wish you all a nice rest of the day, and we will see you tomorrow. I won't post a pre-markup tomorrow either, because as I said, I have work till 10 minutes before market open. Have a good one.